We are excited for the Artemis 1 launch that's happening. You know, NASA's launching their brand new, you know, getting crew members on the moon missions. And so I thought today I would show you a little bit of science behind rocket fuel. All right. So do you know what makes up rocket fuel? It's okay if you don't.
You know, I don't.
Okay, you probably.
Is it cheese puffs?
It is not cheese
Okay.
puffs. Unfortunately, I could not get the liquid hydrogen that NASA uses for the rocket fuel, but what I am able to create here at Imagination Station is liquid oxygen. So this balloon here is actually filled with 100% pure oxygen. And I have it in liquid nitrogen, and you probably never thought about this before, but if you cool a gas off enough using something really cold like liquid nitrogen, you can actually turn it into a liquid. And you can see that is pure oxygen in liquid form. And it's actually got this really beautiful bluish hint and everything like that.
Is that from the balloon? The blue from the balloon?
It is from the balloon.
Okay.
So this beaker was actually entirely empty when I first put it in the liquid nitrogen, and the balloon was much larger. And as it's been cooling off, I've been condensing it into its liquid form. And this is the second component of rocket fuel. So they typically use liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. Now I can't make liquid hydrogen here. That you need NASA scientists to do that type of stuff. So I have the next best thing, which is some stale old Cheetos that I found in the back. So,
okay.
Does that sound good?
Sounds great to me.
Perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
So we're going to combine the liquid oxygen with the Cheetos, and then when I dump it on, I'm going to have you come in and bring. Sorry, my balloon is trying to escape me here. Bring the flame in to give that an initial ignition, the 3, 2, 1 takeoff, and we're going to have what's equivalent to a rocket burn. Does that sound good?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what I'm getting into.
No, you're gonna have some fun. Don't worry. All right, we're gonna pour it on. Wait for me to get out of here. Go ahead, light it, and then bring it on and back up. And as you can see, that liquid oxygen has a much more dense amount of oxygen per square foot, so you can get a really good flame going on. And this is the same reaction, minus I'm using Cheetos, that Artemis 1 will be using to launch its rocket.
Okay. And there was a problem with the launch, though, on Monday, which caused them to reschedule it.
Yeah, and that's
tomorrow.
Extremely common. You got to
Okay.
think about the fact that they are taking every contingency, you know, making sure that the weather is perfect, the wind is perfect, that the double checks, the triple checks are all going through, because this mission isn't manned. Artemis 1 is an uncrewed mission, but eventually it is going to be a manned setup. It's going to be similar to Apollo.
First time in 15 years they're trying to put a man back on the moon.
50 years, right?
50.
1972, I believe, is the last time that we actually landed on the moon.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a very long time, yes. So we're really excited. We have shows that happen here in the theater space that we're in. So if you want to see some cool science of combustion and how rocket fuel works, we do these shows every single day. And we just like being part of all of the cool science commotion that everyone's excited about.
Of course. This is you got a nice little bonfire over here. Now we just see some marshmallows.
Oh yeah,
get some Cheeto flavored marshmallows.
I don't know
over
if
there.
Cheeto s'mores is exactly what I want to be.
I haven't tried it before, but that's for another day, right? So it's awesome.
We have another great experiment to talk about the Artemis launch that's happening on Saturday, and this experiment is all about showcasing the rocket fuel that they use. So this balloon I have here is 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. So H2O. Does that sound familiar to you?
It kind of sounds familiar. I think it's water.
Water,
correct?
Exactly. So actually the byproduct of this,
I know.
yes, perfect, of this reaction is going to be pure water. So we call it our green explosion because it's very green in the sense that it doesn't output a bunch of bad stuff into the air.
Okay, I heard the word explosion.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's going to be an explosion. I don't know if I told you that or not. Okay, perfect.
I see some headphones.
Yes.
So I'm expecting something big.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this balloon and I'm going to convert it into bubbles. Imagination Station's favorite thing is to make bubbles. But these aren't ordinary bubbles, like I said. They are filled with hydrogen and oxygen together. And I'm just going to get a good amount of bubbles going in here. And we wetted your hands beforehand,
yes,
correct?
We did.
All right, so they're nice and moist. So you'll actually be able to pick up these bubbles, and I'll tell you when you can do that. So go ahead and kind of reach your hand in and kind of scoop up as many as you can, and we're going to get our ear protection on for this. Oh, all right.
Is a good amount?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. And your hands are nice and flat. I'm just going to kind of bring you
I'm not
down a
scared
little
at all.
bit
No,
because we don't want to do too many bubbles. All right. Are you ready?
No, but bring it.
Hands extended. This is our countdown, our Artemis launch, all right? 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Show them your hand. So you're
I'm
good.
good,
You're
I'm
good.
good.
You're
I
safe.
am good.
Totally safe. All right.
All safe.
Yes, excellent. So that is indeed the
no
hydrogen.
physical harm done.
Some mental, psychological harm.
psychological.
No, you did great. You did great. Not many people can say they had a rocket fuel-like explosion happen in their bare hands.
No, not
right?
at all.
So you're going to be one of those few people out there when you see that launch happening.
But when it happens, that launch is going to be a good explosion, to lift, it up in the air, the rocket, and to have a successful mission.
Hopefully successful.
Hopefully.
It's uncrewed,
Yeah.
so it is kind of their test launch of all the equipment to make sure all the wires are crossed and the dials are dotted, everything like that. So
They also have to take into account weather as well.
Yes.
If I read correctly, NASA said there's a 60% chance that there may be a delay on the weather.
And you know what? If there's a delay, it's better to delay and
Better
do
to
it
be
right.
safe than sorry.
Yes, exactly.
So if there's another delay, when will we see the rocket?
I think their
potentially?
windows they have a few different windows
Okay.
because it is also about weather, but also about the moon's orbit around, because the whole plan is for it to do kind of a really long range retrograde orbit around the moon. So you have to not just take into account what's happening around you, but also what's happening in outer space in terms of your trajectory and your paths.
All right.
So
outer space has to kind of be aligned too. They
Yeah.
got to be working with us.
And we're just excited here at Imagination Station to be part of the NASA excitement, right? When the whole community gets excited about science, we see that as a win for the community, and we hope people watch it. We hope that they come check out our shows and this theater space to learn more about combustion, get their kids excited about space. That was my favorite topic when I
Get them
was a
excited, a little jumpy, but
Yes.
get them ready for
I don't do this with
hopefully
the kids, though,
successful
so.
launch. Do they watch it though?
They do.
That's awesome though. Well, thank you for showing me this and the other experiment, and it's been great getting out here on this wonderful Friday.
Yeah.
So other than that, we got to look forward to the Artemis launch tomorrow on Saturday, the Windows 2:17 p.m. Correct?
Hopefully. Fingers
and,
crossed.
The 2 hours, if it doesn't work in those 2 hours, scratched and delayed.
More than likely, but they'll be making the calls. They have all kinds of backup plans and everything like that. But it is really exciting. Artemis is going to be this generation's Apollo, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be really, really cool for us for a while.
It's awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. The Extreme Scientists, Imagination Station.